Leah Agentic CLM. Unified AI-powered search demo. Unified AI-powered search is Leah's new way to find anything in your contract repository just by asking. No more fragmented searches, stacking filters, or guessing search methodology or taxonomy. You describe what you're looking for in plain language, and Leah does the searching, reading, and reasoning for you. What makes it unified is that it works across both worlds at once. The structured metadata you already track, like party names, dates, application types, and status, and the actual language buried inside the documents themselves. Leah brings the two together in a single question. For now, this is an early proof of concept, our first look ahead of the beta launching in July, before a redesign and maturation cycle through our September release on the way to GA. So what you're seeing today is the capability. The experience around it will keep getting sharper. Let's dive in. When you open the advanced search panel in repository, Leah greets you as your assistant. Ask me anything about your contracts, and I'll find the matching ones for you. From here, you just type a question the way you'd ask a colleague. Let me start a little sloppy, on purpose. Show me all Accurus contracts which have an indemnification clause. I've misspelled the party name and kept it casual, and while she works, you can watch her reasoning unfold. She decides what to look for, picks the right approach, and shows each step. This isn't keyword matching. She's planning the search, checking your metadata, and reading the actual clause language in the documents. Remember that typo I mentioned? There's no Acura in the portfolio, but rather than return nothing, Leah spots the close match, Acuicus Therapeutics Inc., and asks, "Did you mean Acuitas?" She caught the typo, understood the intent, and returned the set. 8 Acuitas Shire license agreements, each with mutual indemnification language around Section 9.6, summarized back to me. A rough misspelled question still lands on exactly the right contracts. Now, let me make it harder. The kind of layered ask you'd normally split into 3 or 4 searches. Show me contracts from this year that have notice period language, identify the termination and notice terms, and only show the ones with a termination for convenience clause. Packed into that is a metadata filter, contracts from this year, a document content search, notice period language inside the agreements, and a bundled follow-on, narrow to termination for convenience and pull the relevant terms. Watch her break the question apart. First the date filter, then the notice period language inside the documents, then narrowing to termination for convenience. She runs a broad semantic pass, reasons over the candidates, then checks each one against the date range. Here, we will see that she lands on a single 2026 match, the MSA_new Demo Master Services Agreement between Contract Pod AI, now operating as Leah, and ABC Inc., with the termination, notice, and renewal terms laid out so I can verify them on the page. One question doing the work of a metadata filter, a full-text search, and a clause analysis, with a reasoning shown so you can trust the answer. Now, here's one that keyword search simply can't do, because you're hunting for something absent, not present. Show me our active contracts that are missing a limitation of liability cap and flag the renewal date and contract type on each. Here, Leah first filters to active contracts. Next, she reads each one to judge whether a liability cap is actually in there, reasoning about what's absent, not just what's there. Finally, she compiles the gaps and pulls each renewal date alongside, so you see what needs attention and when. That's reasoning about the absence of a clause across a whole set, not matching text on a page, and it turns search into a risk scan, which agreements need attention and when. But spotting a gap is only useful if you can act on it, which is exactly where we go next. This is what makes it more than a search box. Once Leah has the right set, hit apply, and those exact contracts drop straight into your repository view as a working list, no copying IDs around. From there, your search becomes action. Select the records and work the whole set in one move, such as send for signature, bulk edit, export to Excel, or more. So every Acuitas agreement with an indemnification clause, or every active contract missing a liability cap, goes from a list to a finished task without leaving the page. Remember, this is the proof of concept. The experience will only get better from here. Through our next releases, structured filters and natural language live side by side, so you can filter precisely, then layer a question on top, or the other way around. You'll also be able to shape, save, and share your own views. Don't waste time figuring out how or where to search. Just ask, and Leah delivers. That's what it comes down to. Ask a question, Leah finds the answer, and you step in only to sanity check it or take action. And that's a first look at unified AI-powered search. Ask in plain language, search across your metadata and your document content at once, surface even what's missing, trust the reasoning Leah shows you, and then action the results in bulk, all from one place. It's in beta now, maturing toward GA, and like the rest of Leah, we're really just getting started. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.